Hey guys, it's John from VisionScape. I wanted to take a moment and make this tutorial on organizing your design using layers and introduce our layer manager. Here I have a design, there's quite a few objects in it, and this particular design is not well organized. In fact, it's not organized at all. I have every object on a single layer, layer 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by launching the layer manager up here in the upper right hand corner. And you can see here we have a lot of objects, and they're all on layer 1. Now the first thing one of the benefits you'll get, I should say, from a well-organized document is not clicking on things arbitrarily. I may have tried to be clicking on the plant, but I clicked on this lawn. Now I didn't want to do that, and every time I'm moving around my design, I don't want to accidentally be clicking on things. So I'm going to isolate this lawn on its own layer. And I'm going to call it lawn. Click OK. I'm going to come to the lawn layer, and I'm going to say move selection to lawn. And it is moved over to its own layer called lawn, and it's the only object on it. Now I can hide the lawn, but what I really want to do is lock the lawn. So what we see happening here is the layer tab has changed, and we can no longer see, or excuse me, we can no longer click on the lawn. So this we want to do throughout the rest of our design. Let's create another new layer. I right click on an existing layer, click add new layer, and we'll call this house. I'm going to select my house, and I'm going to right click over here and say move selection to house. And it has moved. Now one of the things you may have noticed, the color of the bounding box has just changed from purple to green, and that's indicated layer 1 is purple, house is sort of this green color. So what just happened is not only did the house move, every object that is connected or attached to the house also moved. Now what's nice about the layer manager, I can come in here and click on an object, and it's this Chelsea window number 5, and it's selected in the design. I can lock it individually, I can hide it individually, or I can control it at the layer level. So let's hide house, and what's the first thing I notice? I've got this foundation that I also want to move over to house, so I'm going to right click here, move selection to house, and there it is. Now I can come in here and let's hide house again, and I'll hide the foundation as well. I can right click on the color tab, show house. So this is a great way, again, to isolate your design and increase productivity. Let's lock the house. I don't want to click it. So now we can do this with all sorts of things, and depending on the project, you may organize this differently. What I'm going to do right now is just organize it by type. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new layer called plants. And I'm going to select this hydrangea here. Now I want to select every plant in the design, but I don't want to hold control and just start clicking around, because that's just going to take forever. So what I want to do is click on a single plant, in this case the hydrangea. I'm going to right click, and it's going to allow me to select options. Select similar and select same. I'm going to select same, and it has selected every hydrangea in the design. But that's not really what I wanted. I wanted to select similar, which now selects every plant in the design. I can come over here, move selection to plants. This is quite a few plants, and now we notice that our bounding box has changed to a peach color, and all of these plants are now on the plants layer, and we can lock that, we can hide that, and there you have it. So this is a great way, again, to keep your document organized. Let's do it again. Let's do Hardscape. So what I want to do is bring all my hardscape to a single layer. So I can select a single patio, right-click, select Similar, move selection to Hardscape. I want to add the pool decking to the Hardscape layer, so I selected it, move selection to Hardscape. What else do we have in here? Walls. Let's select a single wall. Select Similar, so it'll select all the walls in the design. Move selection to Hardscape. So that is now isolated. I have a plant bed here. May want to do the same. Select Similar. So it's selected all the plant beds, and I'm just going to move them over here to the plant layer. So there we go. We can do, let's see, I'm going to launch the environment widget. Let's see, we've got some lights in this particular design. So I'm going to add a new layer, call it lighting. I'm going to select a single landscape light, right click, select Similar. It'll select all these lights. Oops, this is in the way, cancel that. Let's get this out of the way. Move selection to lighting. Now we also have house lights, but we'll leave those on the house layer. Let's change the time of day. Let's bring it back to daytime. Close out of here. Now I can do this essentially for everything. I'm going to create a new layer, and we'll call this one Deck. Select my deck, move selection to deck, and let's lock the deck. And now we can't click on it. We can do this with furnishings and essentially the entire document. Now, what really makes this powerful is once you're well organized, you'll find yourself with a series of layers, in this case, and they're all in a project folder. I can have many project folders. But it really, whether you're making plans, whether you're showing your customer different design ideas, isolating your document is very helpful for presentation, but also just moving around the document. Again, I don't want to be clicking on this lawn every time. I don't want it in the way. I want to click on a plant. I don't want to click on the lawn. That gets frustrating. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. Happy VisionScaping. Bye.